Okay, let's see how this works. Yes, okay. Hello everyone, my name is Lauren, or I guess you can call me Foreign Lauren if you want, even though obviously I'm not that foreign. Actually a friend of mine came up with that name for me because I'm pretty sure foreign is the only thing that rhymes with Lauren, so that's how that came to be. But I noticed today that I've had my YouTube channel for a considerable amount of time, maybe like 4 or 5 months or whatever, so I figured, I should probably upload a video. And if you can't tell, this is kind of weird I guess, but I'm in a bathroom, actually sitting on a toilet, not using it, so don't worry. But I just figured that it would be nice to, record in here instead of whipping out my phone in front of my family and start talking to it, because I'd probably look weird. So I just, escaped in here to make my first video. I've been watching YouTube videos probably since I was like 11 or 12, so a good 5 or 6 years, and I love watching all kinds of things like Joey Graceffa, Anya, and Tyler Oakley, and Smosh, of course, and PewDiePie. So that's kind of what inspired me to make a YouTube channel, is, because they can just turn on their phone or their video camera and just, like, express themselves, and, so that just always seemed great to me. But I've noticed that whenever people make a new YouTube account that they usually like to start off by making the first video about them. So I am going to join that bandwagon. And I guess I should probably start off with my birth, considering that's how everyone starts off. And, well, I was born in 1997, so, hashtag 90s baby. Not really. Although, even though I was a 90s baby for a good 3 years, I still got to enjoy the, all the 90s things, like the Rugrats, and those little plastic squishy things that you'd play with, you know what I'm talking about. And they'd have like little fishies in them, little plastic fish or whatever. And I lived in Bowling Green until, I want to say until I was 4. And then I moved here to Elyria. I guess my life really began when I was 7, because that's when I moved onto my street where I met all my really good friends, and we're all still friends, of course, my best friends. And, well, I guess the first friend I made was my friend Beth, and her mom, the nice lady that she is, made Beth come and knock on my door with cookies. And at first I was like, why is a stranger on my porch? But I was like, oh wait, she has cookies, it's okay. But, and through her is how I met all my other friends and whatnot. And actually, I lived right down the street from my school, which was really convenient. And I went to that elementary school, all 6 years, so that was nice. And it was called Oakwood, and I'm pretty sure our mascot was a squirrel, so, squirrels, which actually I hate squirrels, but random, but anyways, so middle school came along, and actually the beginning of middle school was really hard for me because I'm pretty sure it was in either 5th or 6th grade. I'm pretty sure I was no, it was in 5th grade, is when I lost my grandma, and I took that really hard for a few years. So when I went into 7th grade, it was kind of like that, I wish she was here to experience, this with me, because as we all know, middle school is not easy, to say the least. But thankfully I didn't go there for all of middle school. Actually, where I went for 7th grade, Westwood. It was called Westwood. And I only went there for 7th grade because I moved, and it was kind of like a good thing and a bad thing, or it was bittersweet, I guess, because now my house has a pool. That's always good, but I had to move away from all my friends and whatnot, even though they only live like 5 minutes away, but you know, you can't walk over to their house or whatnot. And I moved on to the east side, and that's when I went to Eastern Heights. And that's where I met my, you know, first love. Sadly, you know, kids like to take love way too seriously nowadays, in my opinion, of course. And I was one of those kids, sadly, before. And let me tell you, actually, in 6th grade through 8th grade, I was probably the scrubbiest kid on the block, okay? Like, I started experimenting with makeup, you know, and I would have eyeliner, like, down here, and my teachers probably thought, like, my parents beat me or something like that, because it always looked like I had a black eye, and I wore really tight jeans, and just no color to my wardrobe, which, don't get me wrong, that's totally fine, because black is very flattering. But I wore like these really tight jeans that didn't even really fit me, and which was ironic because when I was littler, all I would wear was leggings, which is kind of funny now because, you know, I guess I wore leggings before wearing leggings as pants was cool. But honestly, I just did it because I hated jeans and they were the devil's creation to me because they're really uncomfortable. Anyways, so 8th grade is where I met my first love, and he was attracted to me because I wore my tight jeans, you know, and my Skull t-shirts all the time, you know. And 8th grade, good things came out of 8th grade though. Like, I met friends that I still have today, and I met a lot more people, and I guess that prepared me for high school really well. And well, high school, usually high school isn't the best experience for everyone, needless to say. And actually, when I went into high school, I went in with my second major boyfriend, and we just recently broke up, TMI, but to explain to you better, we went into high school together, and we're on and off up until the middle of my junior year. So now this year I'll be a senior, and I'll be, you know, like all by myself, so that should be interesting. So, yeah. I guess I want to be a cook when I grow up. I guess that's the next step in everyone's life after high school, is the terrible journey of figuring out what you want to be and, you know, going to college and switching your majors 3 times before you figure out what you want to do. But I'm pretty set on becoming a chef. You know, I follow like all those, like on Instagram, I'll follow a lot of things about food, and on Twitter and whatnot. And I watch a lot of things on YouTube about food, especially My Drunk Kitchen, even though, you know, you don't get like legitimate recipes out of that. Hannah Hartley. But, yeah. So that's what I want to do. And then I want a minor in therapy, like personal therapy. And the reason, I don't know, to be honest, I really, like, it's just this big dream between me and my friends, is we want to become, like, famous YouTubers, which doesn't everyone, you know, being a YouTuber a famous YouTuber is always great, because, you know, no publicity, but you have the hearts of, you know, many, like, fans and stuff like that, and just, it's a good community, I think, and I hope I can be like a serious part of it one day, honestly, like, no shame. But, well, I don't know, I guess that's it. I always like it when YouTubers, like, sign out with some words of advice, and I guess through my personal experiences, I guess I can tell you guys that you should never change for anyone, or you should never like try to please anyone, at least, because you were not put on this earth to please others. And just be yourself, and really that's the only way you can get through life, you know. So, well, I hope all of you have a wonderful night or morning or whatever time it is wherever you are, and stay you. Okay, bye.